clean up around the ears.
Now you can go in straight as well.
Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video, again from our kitchen, because everything's still in lockdown until at least February, and it's half January now. We dropped some questions on Instagram like what would you like to know to cut your hair at home, and most of you would like to see how to clean up around the ears and the nape. And thank God my lovely wife Kim is, well, quite up for a haircut, so we're going to do it in steps. Show you how to work around the ears, clean up the nape, maybe trim the top a little, something that's safe to do at home. I'll talk you through every step of the way, which guide on the clippers or how to do it with scissors. And to finish it off, we're going to cut a little more from the top, but that's a little, don't try this at home. So bear with us and see you guys at the end, and during the video, because I have to explain everything to you. But to start, guys, always use something to protect the clothes. We have a cape, but if you don't have a cape at home, don't think everybody has a cape, just use a towel or something, or wear an old t-shirt. But we have a cape. Always be kind to your clients, so don't put it too tight and ask, is it okay?
Yes.
Start with a comb or a brush or something to comb through the hair. She has a little bit of product in it, so again, be kind. If you hear something in the background, our cats are eating. There we go. Next, start with sectioning the hair. Use some clips. If you don't have clips, you can wet the hair a little. It stays in place quite good. Make sure to pick halfway the eyebrow. You can see she has a side part over here naturally, so just comb the hair this way. Put a clip in. Repeat the same trick on the other side, halfway the eyebrow, over here. Make a straight line. Now she has a mohawk. There we go. Sectioned off the top. As you can see over here and over here. Just check if it's pretty straight. It is. And Kim had a little bit of a bowl cut, so this hair is a little longer than the hair underneath, but we're going to even this out to get rid of the undercut. Now first off, to start working around the ears, which is the first part that overgrows, you can use clippers if you have them at home. Don't have to be this brand or anything, just big clippers, or scissors, but we'll explain it using these. Put them on with no guard. The lever all the way up. Actually, I'm showing it upside down. All the way up, so the teeth are as close as possible. You can see when I put it down, they move up like this. Then comb the hair. You can see everything covering the ears. Now, make sure she's reassured. It'll be okay, honey. Nothing bad. Fire them up.
I'm lucky. I have a barber at home.
Yeah, people watching this and trying this at home maybe are a little bit nervous. Flip them on. Just tilt the head a little. And then find a good angle. Cut this kind of like this. And just stop on top of the ear. Go in, like this. So I made the first line. Then just follow her ear.
And repeat these steps a couple of times. Now you can go in straight as well. Just make sure you stay just below, or actually under the top of the ear. That way you won't make a big arch. And just do it step by step, not in one big sweep. And then pull the ear down like this, not too hard because she'll say ow. And then just gently follow around the ears. As you can see, things are pretty nice. And repeat the same steps here. This way, hair is lying very beautifully just on top of the ear and going a little higher. Just step by step. That's how you clean around the ears. Now, can you actually turn around so they can see the other side?
This way?
Yes, perfect. There we go. See the difference? Can you turn back again? So it's all nice and clean around the ears and over here. Just all over the ear. So that's a pretty simple and safe way to clean up your hair at home. Just around here. We'll do the other side again. And to show you how it works with a pair of scissors. And actually you can use almost any kind. Just make sure they're sharp and not the standard kitchen scissors, but it doesn't have to be a professional hairdresser scissor. There are those cheap ass things with the black grips. They do this job perfectly. Comb the hair through, tilt the head slightly. As you can see, there's a little residue of our bowl cut, so I'll just move that out of the way. Here's the hair around the ear. Go in with the scissors. Just again determine the angle. This has to go. And just cut. Be careful with her ear. And the process is the same, just repeat baby steps. So there are some hairs left over here. And do this over a couple of times. Just be careful that you don't cut too much hair at once. Because if you make an arch above the ear, that's just ugly. So that's actually the same process but then with scissors. Nice and clean around the ears. Now if you have the guts to go a little bit further, you can actually fold the ear down, pull up the scissors and just cut off the tips. Don't cut off too much. This will shorten the hairs just around the ears. You can see what it does to the shape. And her hair is colored, bleached actually, so you can see the difference between the dark and the blonde set. Perfect. It's easy to explain.
Oh, good.
It's grown out, but makes the explanation easier. Just cut off the tips. As you can see, in centimeters, it's 1 or 2 centimeters. Don't know exactly how much that is in inches. And just play around until you think it's perfect. Then ask her. We don't have a mirror over here, so she can't see, but I think this is the
500 times she got a haircut from me, so I think she trusts me a little.
Of course.
And there you are, a safe way to clean up around the ears. Don't cut too much, step by step. As you can see, the tip is peeking out underneath the bowl cut. She had a line over here. We're going to get rid of that later in the video. Now, you can stay seated. As you can see, tilt your head down a little. Thanks. It's pretty grown out over here. Don't know if I can take you in any closer. Whoop. Works. This was very short, but see these tails? I think this is the worst part of a grown out haircut. And the little stubble over here. And I'll show you how to get rid of that. Again, with clippers, you can do it with scissors and a comb. And you just take on the scissors and comb, go in and just cut the tips and repeat this step. A whole lot of times. You can't cut too much because you'll see lines. And if you cut too little, you can always do an extra sweep. But this is the hard way actually to do it with the scissors. So we're going to switch. Grab your clippers. Pick a guide. I'm going to start with number 3. That's 3/8 of an inch or 10 millimeters. Can you see it? Does it focus? Yeah, it does. Attach it. Put the lever open so it's in the longest position. Make sure she tilts her head down so you can see what you're doing. Turn them on, go in, go up until where you see the guard is picking up a lot of hair, and then just flick out actually. They tell you it's a C motion, so you go in, up and out, or a scoop, but in a C motion. So in, up and out, or a little bit higher if you see it doesn't cut enough. I want to make her neckline short up to here. There's a little bone. That's going to be my base. So, you ready, honey? Mm-hmm. Nervous? There we go. So in, put it flat against the edge. You can push a little bit. And up. And here you can see it starts picking up hair. And go out. There we go. See, because of the color difference in her hair, you can see pretty good what I'm doing. Again, in, up and out. And what I'm doing now is just making this line a little bit more straight. Moving to the other side so I can see what I'm doing. In, up, and here's the line, so out. You have to look at this part of the clippers, not over here with the blade. And just go over the same step a couple of times, or the same section, to get it perfect. actually. Go back over here, check it, that's it. Now close the lever, leave the same guard, go in again. It's about 3 millimeters shorter, and you're just doing from the line to here, this part a little bit shorter, and we'll switch guards, go shorter step by step. I hope they can still follow me at home. Switch to a number 2. So 6 millimeters or 1/4 of an inch or 1/4 inch. Again, put the lever open, go in, and you stopped over here with the number 3 and the lever closed. Actually, this is open, this is closed. With teeth you can see it like this, open, closed. Go in. And just do the same C motion. This part lower. Just repeat. It's not cutting a lot because the difference between the number 2 with the lever open and the number 3 lever closed is not that big. But you want to make this looking smooth. As you can see, our hair twists a little over here. Just rotate your clippers in every direction to catch these hairs as well. Now, close the lever, go in again, just a little bit lower. So, the number 3 open, 3 closed, 2 open, 2 closed. And again with the C motion. As you can see, I'll exaggerate it, going in and out, going in and out. It's not doing much, but there is some hair coming off. Again, baby steps. I'm going up a little higher around the ears because we're going shorter over there, so it's quite difficult to try, but put it flat against the head like this and then go up to just catch these hairs. But if you don't feel comfortable doing that, just don't make the same C motion. Now turn it off. Sounding like a broken record, but switch blades. Now a number 1. So 3, 2, 1. 1 is 3 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch. Lever open, or if you have a little switch over here that says millimeters up and down, all the way up. So the longest position your clippers can have. This one is going to make a difference, so be careful. Go in, stop over here and flick out. Now don't tell the same thing at home, because this is going to be a big difference. Be careful because she'll shit her pants.
I'm falling half asleep here.
Oh, that's good. Now go in, up and out. See what's happening? There's a little line forming over here. That's because the difference between number 1 and 2 is pretty big. Now if this gets a little bit too scary for you, just stop at number 2 and just finish the edges, but this is kind of my shop signature. So I'll have to do it. Sorry, I'm standing in front of the video, but I have to check it from a distance to see if it's straight. Now to get rid of this line, can you look up straight so they can see better? There's a little line forming here. Turn this off, get you in closer. Oh. Camera down a little bit. There we go. There's a little line over here. Just keep the lever all the way open. Go in and make the same C motion. Just above the line you just saw. And she said she's falling half asleep, so it's almost like a Bob Ross movie. And as you can see, the lines disappearing. Just repeat this over and over until you don't see it anymore. Now there is another way, but I don't know if you guys have it at home. There's a number 1. Does it focus? Yeah, 1.5. It's 4.5 millimeters or 3/1/16 of an inch. No, actually, or 3/16 of an inch. So that's slightly longer. So leave her all the way open. Go in. And just again, the C motion. And now we're getting into an argument later because she doesn't like a short neckline and I do. So I always have to find a compromise. So I'm doing the same thing in, up and out.
Maybe you should wait because the cat.
Yeah, the cats are making noise again. Now close it halfway. So open, closed, halfway. And just listen to your clippers. You can hear when they are cutting hair. Don't know if the mic picks it up, but you'll hear it.
Oh, it picks up the cat's noise.
Yeah, I can't help it. We're doing this from home, so. There we go. Lever all the way closed. And just repeat the steps. Just a little bit lower. So, just steps. The number 1 stopped here. 1.5, 2, and 3. So just, it's not an inch, I guess. It's half an inch, a centimeter each step. That's it. Put the number 1 back on. And the lever was all the way open when we did it last time. Now close it. Just go over these hairs and the bottom section. Just work around the edges. And why with the number 1? Because when you do it without a guard, everything's gone. So start safely. Now you made this short, the edges as well. Now take off the guard. Now comes the scary part, honey. Leave her all the way closed, so when you go up, it's bold. Ask her to tilt her head a little. Let's make sure you guys can see. I'm going to make a line in the neck from here, where our natural hairline is, up to here. She has a little opening here, and her hair grows straight down towards her back. Get rid of that. Now, if you're doing this to men's hair, you can just make a very straight line. With women's hair, I always like to make a little bit of an edge over here, round it off a little, so it doesn't look too bulky or masculine. Yes, you can get it straight again. So I'll use her natural hairline over here, and on this side, just the same steps. Follow the hairline from the ear down into a straight line, and then round it off at the bottom. And use the triangular shape on her back. Now open the lever, so the longest position on the guards, and go up a little bit. Not too high, but just a little. This is almost the length of a number 1. And just go over the edges. Again on this side as well. And it's just to remove the dark shades. Halfway closed. And then just the very bottom. Close it down even more, full. Just knock off the bottom, what is it? 3-4 millimeters. Just to ease out the harsh lines. Now, that's it for the neckline. Of course, clean up around here as well. She's just checking if she's not bald. It's okay, it's all okay.
I missed half, so.
Now, to continue, we want to get rid of this line. We can do it in a couple of ways, but as you can see, I pick it up with my comb. So we made a pretty harsh line. Go straight up. See all these hairs sticking out when you go straight up? Just follow your comb. See how much it's blending already? Just with one sweep. Do the same over here. Pick up the line and take off the edges. What this does is actually cutting these hairs shorter than these hairs. So they fall over each other instead of ending up in the same line. That'll soften out the back. And because of her two-tone color, you can see it even better. If your hair is one color, this will be more than enough to make it look nice and blended. And again, just with the nape and the ears, baby steps. So you can try it 5 or 6 times over until it's good. Don't take off too much at once. As you can see, it's a little bulky over here, so just go in again and just remove the tips of the hair. Now, of course, if you have blending scissors, these, your job is way more easy. You can just pick up the hair, do a couple of cuts. They're not called blending scissors for nothing, because it blends the hair perfectly. Now, there are a couple of ways to blend. What I tend to do, because I want to save this length here, because when I cut her crown area too short, it starts sticking up, and it'll be the last time you do your wife's or girl's hair at home. I go in, tilt my comb already, just do 2 cuts, go out. Just blending the bottom part, leaving this length. Because if you go up too high, you'll make this hair shorter. Again, 1, 2, maybe 3. Just see what the line does, because I want to make it a little bit round to follow the shape of her head. Again, over here, same trick. 1, 2, 3, and we're out. So always go out like this. If you go, well, straight up, pick up the hair, go up and out. The same C motion actually, to where you want to keep the length. She's yawning.
I always get, how do you say that? Loam. I don't know how you say it in English. I always get very relaxed when he cuts my hair.
That's good. Now,
I hope everybody at home has that too.
As you can see, now I think they're not relaxed when they do this the first time. You can see there's a nice line over here, and over here I don't really like it. So I'll turn you a little so they can still see it at home. I go in, up. Just repeat these steps until you're happy. The only thing you have to be careful about is that you don't repeat it going up, 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 and trying again, because you'll end up over here and with an angry wife. Actually, I'd love to see her go short once, but she doesn't, so I can say I messed up. Is that okay?
Nope. Then I'll do your hair and I'll make a mistake too.
Oh, that'll be fun.
You cannot go to the shops now either.
I'm pretty happy with this. See? It's blending nicely. Well guys, that was it for the back. The only thing that's left are these little hairs over here. I have a small pair of clippers for that. Now, if you don't have it at home, you can use a razor blade, just a Mark 4 or 3, what is it? Or a Fusion or something. Or you can use a straight razor, but that's a little too scary, I guess. Ask her to tilt her head. Find the line you just made. And just follow it down. Make sure all the stubble is gone. And the same over here. Don't push too hard, because she'll scratch her. But I think she says it when I push too hard. Well, that's it for the back. We showed you guys the sides and the nape, how to trim it. Next up is how to connect the shorter back to the sides, because we want to go a little shorter up here as well. That's well, not more advanced, but a little bit more tricky to do. So don't forget to subscribe down here, hit the blue thumbs up. We showed you guys how to trim around the ears, and now I'm going to show you how to connect these hairs to a little bit shorter side, because I think this is too long. We're going to do this side with clippers and this side with scissors. So, you ready, honey?
Yes, I am.
Remember which guard we used to do this. It was a number 3. To do this, use a number 4. So again, actually the same steps, 1, 1.5, 2, 3, and you want to go higher up, use 4. That's always safe. Now guys, we're going to work on the sides. As I said before, the clipper guards, use a number, actually 0, 1, 1.5, 2, and then 3, blended it in. And you want to go a little bit longer over here. So we're going to use a number, focus. We're going to use a number 4. That's 13 millimeters or half an inch. The lever open, so that's actually almost 16 millimeters. Tilt her head a little, flick it on, and always make sure you work in an arch. So start low over here, work around the ear, and end up a little lower as well. Never make a straight line. So don't go in like this, but always work your way down again. There we go. As you can see, I'm not cutting too much. Just this little part, because I know she likes a little bit of length and I want to keep her happy. And again, just try with small steps. You can see the shape building up over here. Just repeat, follow the ear and then go up in the same C motion we talked about before. Now, over here. Now what I'm doing now is picking up the hairs with the same C motion, but actually I'm moving out a little and up. So what I'm doing is going in, out a little and then up. So I'm shortening these hairs, but not with the 13 millimeters, just a little bit longer to build the shape. You can see it coming over there. And actually we'll stop and switch to scissors. Normal scissors or the blending shears. Normal scissors, fold the ear down, or if you're having a hard time, she's a natural, ask your client to fold the ear down herself. It's not professional, it's not cool to do, but it'll save your ass at home. Go in with the comb and check where there's hair sticking out. Just cut them off. Don't cut too much, just those hairs. What I'm doing over here is going in, picking up the hair, and then straight up, because if you do this, the hair falls down. So you're not cutting this, just over here. Go in. And straight up. And you can even work your way around the ear. Quite easy this way. Yeah, you can let go of your ear. It's getting red. Just ears are very difficult to do. Check them twice, 3 times, 4 times. Just baby steps. Don't cut off too much, because the thing I hate the most are these big arches around the ears. It's best to do this again in 2 weeks, then have an arch. Now to make this perfect, I'm taking up my blending shears again. And actually this is more because her blonde color and natural color have such a big contrast. You need to blend this in quite a lot. If you have darker hair or your hair has one color, this is way more easy. And as you can see, I'm angling my comb over here in this direction, straight over here, and in this direction to the front. So the shape we just talked about, I'm still doing that with the blending shears. Now you can see there's a little line still here. Just put your comb in straight, right under this line, then pick it up and cut. Don't go scissor happy with these scissors, because if you close them twice in the same spot, it's all gone.
Scissor happy?
Yeah. Actually, when you shoot a gun, they say trigger happy, and you fire it too often. So scissor happy is the same, but then with scissors. Now we turned Kim around, and we're actually repeating the same steps on this side. Just bear in mind she has a line over here from the bowl cut she had before. So I'm removing this line as well, getting the same round shape. Go. As you can see, this is not the same as the other side, so that's why I explained most of it on the other side. I'm just going to repeat these steps without all the explanation. You can just have a look again or rewind the video if you want to see the steps with explanation. But because of this line, it's not the same. The back is trimmed, and if we let go of the top, she has a nice mohawk going on. Turn her around a little bit.
Now she has a little mohawk going on. Just, there's back in shape. Part 3 of this video, because there's one more thing you guys wanted to know. We trimmed around the ears, we did the nape. You wanted to know how to trim your bangs at home safely. Actually, Kim's bangs are going to be a little shorter to here, so I can show you guys how to do that. Comb your hair forward. She always had a side part over here, and with the cut we're doing today I wanted to get rid of that, so comb the hair forward. If you want to keep a side part, make sure you section the hair off where the parting is, like this, and then comb it forward. But for today we're using this.
And then if people have that, then you just keep this to the side and then cut the bangs.
And then cut the bangs, but I need this angle in your hair as well, because I want to get straight bangs. From the back, can you look down a little? That's more easy. From the crown area, comb this hair to the side. Just make sure it follows the natural falling. So over here, here and here. Now you can look straight up again and just comb it in its natural falling. So here are bangs, and with the bangs it's actually the same trick as the sides in the back. Use baby steps. So you can just go in. Here's our eyebrow, and we want her bangs to end up just above it. Go in and make the first snip, and we ended up over here. And the second one. Now, what I always like to do is, if I'm halfway, I want to stop cutting from this side and move over to this one, and then repeat the same steps. So just, here's the eyebrow, make a snip just above, comb the hair out, and that's my guide, and then go in. So this might be scary at first, but doing it like this you can connect the lines, and small hairs tickle, so it's okay.
Sorry.
To make her get rid of it. And repeat it until you're happy with the line. I always go in a little lower from here towards the eyebrows, so in a little upward motion. And then make sure it's connected. So, come through it again. There are some longer hairs left over here. And now she has very, very straight bangs. It's a little too harsh. Pick them up. So just pick up all the bangs. Comb them to the front. Can you look down a little bit so they can see it? So here it is. And then just gently open up your scissors, go straight in, so straight, not angled, straight, and then just cut the tips. And as you feel comfortable, you can angle the scissors a little bit. Just to get rid of the hard lines. Now, run your fingers through it, because your hair always falls a little bit more natural like that. Make it look up in the mirror. There is no mirror over here, but usually in the mirror.
I can look in your eyes if you're satisfied.
And you can see nice straight bangs. Don't know if I can move her in any closer. Yes. And there's a little shape over here. We're going to get rid of that by cutting the top. But you can repeat these steps, and actually, I don't know if anybody does it, but Kim never wears her hair to the front like this, because it's all itchy and tickly. So swipe them to the side. That's actually how it's going to look. So nice and short, with a little... I guess our cat is up to something. So just nice and short with a little line in it. I hope you like him. I always like her bangs like this. Of course, I'm going to work on this little bump over here. That's what's left.
God's 10 because of the cats.
I really like him side swept, but I love him to the front as well. It's not wearable for Kim. Now for the final part of the video, we're going to chop the top. Without explanation, just enjoy watching the cutting. Ready, honey?
Mm-hmm.
This is your favorite part, right?
No. I like the clippers because that makes me feel very at
Relaxed.
ease. Yeah.
Ja.
En waarom vertel je dit niet?
Nou, dat is niet interessant om te vertellen.
Kan het iets beter te horen?
Mhm. Hoppa. Well, that's it guys, we're done. We showed you guys how to trim around the ears and the back. It's nice and short and clean again. The other side as well. I cut the top without explaining it because that's a little bit too tricky. You can give it a go. Let me know if you're gonna use anything out of this video down here in the comments somewhere. Leave a blue thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. The button is over here. And well, of course, thank you, Annie.
You're welcome.
And see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.